Well, hey, as we count down to America's 250th birthday this summer, we're sharing our We the People series, the people, places, and things of the past that have shaped our country into what it is today. And that includes all the moms out there, Charlie.
That's right. On this day, May 7th, back in 1914, Congress passed a bill to label the second Sunday of May as Mother's Day across the United States. Although the bill was passed in 1914, calls to establish a Mother's Day began years earlier in 1905. The campaign started thanks to Anna Jarvis, who began advocating for a National Mother's Day. By the time the federal law was passed, many people around the country were already holding their own Mother's Day celebrations. But the dates of those Mother's Day celebrations were different depending on where you lived. While the federal bill was passed by Congress on May 7th, President Woodrow Wilson officially signed it into law on May 9th. Mother's Day is celebrated each year on the second Sunday in May, which this year is May 10th. That's this day in history for May 7th.
And a happy early Mother's Day to me.
Happy Mother's Day
Yes.
to you.
No, you got a couple days to figure out what you're going to do with Mom this weekend. And always kind of fitting, I feel like, for UW-Madison grads. They get to spend the day with their mom for graduation weekend.
Yeah, it usually falls on Mother's Day weekend.
Proud moment.